Same thing as always is we're gonna frame. So I'll say it to the camera. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over my exact sales process to close someone on a battery only deal. We've been running ads for this. I ran an ad yesterday and I've never seen a response. It's better than HVAC.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's like $2 a lead. People love negativity. They love negativity. I'm like, don't buy solar. You could just get a battery. And they're like, oh, like I love negativity. I hate solar. And they hear it out. And it's funny, then I call them and they're like, yeah, well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to get a few more panels. So it's just something about in this market, if you're someone else, you're doing a battery, you're doing HVAC, you're doing roof, then like solar might be something they're willing to discuss, but no one really wants to talk to a solar sales guy. So it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. So the product, right now, what I'm pitching is this Paladin battery. And I am doing some sounds cool, first of all. So the frame is basically if I could get you guys a battery that's badass, that's as cool as it gets, that's like 10 times the size of what other people are getting. So you can run your whole house off grid for 2 days. And it was no lien, no loan, no debt, just a monthly payment. And your savings was greater than the monthly payment. If that's what it looks like for you guys today, then we're gonna spit an application and see if I can secure that for you. It's a bit of a longer program. It's taking like 60 to 90 days to get approval, but we'll submit it, see if we get lucky. Sound fair?
Fair.
It's pretty simple. Like I even had that lady I showed you guys in the text. She's like, oh, I don't want it. Like someone quoted us a battery for 200 bucks. And I was like, ours is 85. And she's like, really? She's like, okay, call me at 2 tomorrow. And I was like, no, I'll just send you the docs. You can do it or not. And I literally I got all those leads and I called 2 and I had 2 of them pretty much say, send me the docs. So I might close 2 from the first day of running ads. So everyone should know how to do this. Also, I feel like it's easy enough that it's something we can close over the phone. So hopefully you're ready to do like volume in San Diego and LA, battery only or not. I have a guy that says he can install them. So you can chat with him. So Paladin's cool because it's a 50 kilowatt hour battery. So the guy I was talking to yesterday, he had one Enphase 5P on his wall. And I was explaining to him like this is 10 times the battery capacity. And kilowatt hours is how many hours you could run that many kilowatts. And it's also the same unit that PG&E or Edison uses. If you look at the bill and it says they use 200 kilowatt hours that month, it tells you at the bottom exactly how much they're using per day. Most people are using about 26 kilowatt hours per day. So you can kind of it's nice to put what a kilowatt hour is in perspective. Like this could run your whole house for 2 days. That's pretty cool. And that 5 kilowatt hour battery you have is nothing. And so I'm kind of selling around this, it's the features and benefits of this Paladin battery. Now I told him it's 5 feet tall, 3 feet wide. And this is what he really liked is it was 3 feet deep. Because he had the Enphase one's probably 6 inches deep. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, this is like a filing cabinet. The capacity is enormous. And he said holy effing shiz. And I laughed pretty hard. So you can build some value around that. It also has a 20 kilowatt hour inverter. So not to overwhelm you guys, I keep it simple, right? I'm not keeping it simple. But the reason my house has a true up bill, even though I have all the battery and solar on it, is I have plenty of capacity, right? My gas tank is big enough, but my engine's not strong enough. It can't do the pool, the air conditioner, the hot tub, the pond, and charge my Tesla at full amperage. So you go over the amount that you can kick over at one moment. This 20 kilowatt inverter is enormous. Like a whole home EG4, badass system is 18 kilowatts and it's a 20 kilowatt. So you can actually run the whole house off of this and it's a really cool inverter. So you have all this value that you can build in here. It's an incredible amount of value. And then we can go all the way down to $70 a month.
Why is it so cheap and how are you making money?
Good question. So the power companies, they're having an issue primarily because of solar, where they have a lot of extra power during the day, and then when the sun goes down, there's not enough power. So specifically, the problem that this solves for homeowners is between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. in San Diego, they're getting charged 2 times the cost between these hours. So, when you're using the part that sucks about renewable energies is you only have power when the sun's shining, or you only have power when the wind's blowing. Well, what if that doesn't coincide with when you want the power? Right? California uses a lot of solar power. The sun goes down and everyone gets home from work and turns on the AC. So now solar power doesn't help us. Do you understand the problem? So the problem with renewable energy is storage. Storage is expensive. It doesn't matter if you're producing power all day if you don't have it when you need it. So the power companies need storage, and they need distributed storage. So we use something called a virtual power plant. We're going to store all this power. You're not going to use all this power. And by, Edison or San Diego will need power to avoid blackouts or to avoid such and such, and they'll pay us for power out of the battery. So we become a virtual power plant. It's a second stream of income. It doesn't cover the cost of the system, but it subsidizes it. It's giving them like a 70% discount. Normally a battery like this is going to be $300 a month. Good question. It also, the biggest thing, so because of the VPP, it's giving them about a 60% discount. And it's going to negate the need, no escalator, right? And there's also no loan. So I feel like these are all the things that people are resistant to when they want to buy. They don't want to take out a loan, and they don't want to deal with an escalator. So if we can provide them a solution, hey, we're gonna give you all this. It's gonna save you like $10 a day, which is about what it'll be at a real home in San Diego. So it'll save them $300 a month. Really.
So what is their timeline commitment, and can they leave early?
Good question. There is an opportunity to buy it out at year 5. So for the first 5 years, we're claiming tax credits and stuff that also subsidizes it. At year 5, they can buy it from us, or they could, really that's the only option. Like we're not gonna buy it and install it, and then like, hey, I don't wanna do this anymore, we wanna move it or something. That's not gonna be an option. At year 5, the buyout is, in the contract it says, it's gonna be what, we'll let you buy it out for fair market value as long as it's paying off our debt. Because we're gonna have debt to the installer, we're gonna have debt to the manufacturer of the batteries. So as long as we're not losing money, like they can buy it year 5.
But there's no point as long as they have it that we stop charging them.
Right. Unless they don't make their payment. They could do that. And we can't take their home or anything. We could hurt their credit. And what I'm trying to make it is like such a no-brainer because the price is so low and it's no escalator that there's no circumstance where you wouldn't be saving money. So it'd be crazy not to pay it. Like, why would you stop paying this, we turn it off remotely, and then you pay Edison $300 more, or San Diego $300 more. And then we're gonna be able to pair this with a prepaid PPA that basically pays for the panels. So if they need solar panels, we can basically throw those in for free. So like it could look like basically selling a $500 system for $80 or $120. Not to confuse you on that too much.
It's with the panels on there, like they'll still be getting 85 to 120 bucks a month. You just
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, if they want solar, I'd charge them more,
Yeah.
you know, because we'll need a little bit more to cover the install cost. But I have a way to monetize the tax credit to cover the cost of the panels. So like we can get them panels for dirt cheap. And so you just increase the cost of the battery to cover the install of the panels. And like I saw I was doing for that lady yesterday, and that's what we're gonna do for Alan. They want a few panels. So it'll be a solar plus battery solution, but for the battery side, it's gonna look as just it's called an energy storage service agreement. So I like that. It's not a PPA, it's not a lease, it's not an ownership. It's just I'm gonna give you energy storage and you're gonna pay for that service. And we have an energy storage service agreement. I don't know, people really want batteries and the value typically isn't there. Like Landon can convince someone to buy a battery for $95, but like you look into it and it's an 8 kilowatt hour battery. What's that gonna back up? Your toaster? You know what I'm saying?
So then if this is a service agreement, are we gonna be actively monitoring it or somebody be monitoring it?
This is gonna be,
Make sure it works.
it's gonna have pretty robust fleet monitoring. Like we're gonna have to systemize software to optimize when this virtual power plant stuff is going on, and probably additional streams of income like rate arbitrage, like dumping at night and loading during the day. Because for example, like in the mornings, let's say over here from 8 to 12, power is only worth like 30 cents. But then between 5 and 9, it's worth 70 cents. Your battery's full at noon, let's say, with normal systems. And so then you'd start exporting power between 12 and 5. For 5 hours, you're exporting at 30 cents. But with this battery, you wouldn't export, it'd just go into the battery, and then you dump your power at 70 cents from 5 to 9. So it fixes a lot of the issues, and it provides so much more value because of the size of this battery. Normally, it's $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 for a battery like this, so you just can't really justify it because you still got to pay your sales rep, you still got to pay everyone. So it's because of the strategy and the size and the value of this system, and this is like an American-made company in California, so it's cool. Like it's exciting, it's brand new technology, and because of the VPP and the no escalator and the no loan, it really is like a no-brainer. And probably the most exciting thing for me is there's no loan docs, there's no welcome call, there's no sun check, there's no DocuSign. It's just, there's no CPUC, that's for solar systems. It's just one energy storage service agreement document. And it's really, really simple, and they can just sign it right there. And I'm confident enough that they're gonna love the product. I'm not, it's like everyone hates their solar product, so it's like they don't pay their bill because they don't like it. But like this is gonna bring enough value and savings to them that they're gonna pay the bill. I'm confident in it. Although we do need to have some, we should probably create some underwriting rules about who will underwrite. I've just been kind of playing it by ear whether I think they seem legit and they're gonna pay their bill. And usually you can tell if someone has like a 630, you know what I'm saying, and then their credit's just down for a minute, and this is gonna save them $100 a month, they're probably gonna pay that bill. But if they're like not gonna pay that bill, we probably shouldn't set them up. Although it wouldn't be catastrophic. That's why we're more flexible on the credit. So what do you think? What reasons would you guys have not to do this today?
Saucy. I have no reason.
What's the commission look like?
It really depends on the price. If you sell it low, like 50, 70 bucks, there's no upfront commission. It's just residual commission, like 40 bucks a month, which is pretty sexy, in my opinion. You have to sell it like more like market rates, like 130, 150 to get maybe $3,000 in commission. And then if you can put solar in there, maybe create more value, you can charge. I think the price limit's like 350. And that can make sense. If
That's with
go that
solar?
direction.
Like
You could charge up to 350 for the battery,
for the battery.
and then you're taking some of the profitability from the battery to help pay for the solar.
Okay.
So it doesn't have end date, right? It's just
Is there a term?
monthly subscription that you just pay
The contract says 20 years.
years. And what happens after that?
Good question. I don't think they own it,
Do you renew it? Do you?
Yeah, I think we'd like approach the table and say, hey, do you guys want to renew? Do you like the
What's
service?
the life cycle of the battery though? It's 20
50 years.
It's 50 years.
It's a 20-year battery. It has a 20-year warranty. It's new technology. It's supposed to last 50. It's supposed to have more. They're kind of saying solid state, but I think it's like preliminary. I think it's like a step closer, but like really not quite solid state. Like there's some unsolid things going on there. But what I really like about it is how compact it is. Like normally 50 kilowatt hours is huge. And then it's really modular. If you want to add more batteries, if you want to add more inverters.
The size of
The solar panels,
this. Solar battery, sorry.
those big, huge cabinets.
Yeah, they're about the same. It's like 3 feet by.
So it is a cabinet with units that you sort of.
Yeah.
Because they have to have fire shut off and stuff.
I had this guy yesterday that was like, I don't want a battery on my house because my sister sleeps there and she has a tumor. and I don't want it on my house. And I was like, well, we won't put it on your house. It'll be on the ground next to your house, and we'll paint the metal wall with lead. And he was like, okay. My mom keeps trying to convince me to do that at my house because I have all those batteries on my wall. She's like, you have to paint your wall with lead. The government made us get off of lead because they wanted us to get 5G in our brains. If you felt weird lately, that's why. So I wanted to go over that. That was easier than I thought. Do you feel like you can pitch it?
Do you want us to practice pitching it?
Yeah. We'll do that once I'm done with my presentation, but I feel like we're pretty good. You have any other objections or reason you want to do it?
You're gonna aim for like 130. Like 85 is your low ball, and 130 is your target.
So far I've been doing it like these guys get a credit fail, and I'm like, what did you have them at? I had them at 180. Okay, we'll see if she'll do 200. Tell her she failed credit, and we got to do 200. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's like, if I didn't have to take out a loan, I'd pay $12 more. No escalator.
And this is new technology, which means there's no like 30% like cash back, whatever.
There's none of that.
It's a lease, so there's no.
No, it's not a lease.
It's like the discount's pre-applied.
Service agreement.
We're claiming the discounts. That's why the price is so cheap. You don't have to deal with paying full price and getting cash back. Like, we're just giving you the price with the cash back pre-applied.
Right.
Okay, I have a question. So, you saying this is gonna be a new thing with this battery? Not with this battery, we're gonna do the VPP, right? At 70 cents between 5 and 9. Why can't we do it with any other system that we already have that exports at 30 cents? Is there like you have to qualify to export to an amount? Or what is it?
No, it's a good point. You should be doing like smart battery rate arbitrage everywhere. The reason why we aren't doing it right now is, one, our batteries are typically 8 to 12 kilowatt hours. So like the economy of scales is just way less. And the second one is PG&E territory, the split between peak and off peaks, way less than California Edison and San Diego Electric. Their peak to off peak is almost double. So that's where, when you're using a lot of power, you have a lot of capacity, then you really start to see some significant savings. If our customers did this, we'd break our back trying to get the software set up, and they'd be like, you saved 30 cents today. Because PG&E is just different, and a lot of these customers, they're not using that much power. Their batteries are pretty small. But you could, and like, I do think that if understanding that stuff is going to be essential for the direction the company is going. Managing this VPP is going to be an opportunity, either that you figure out and I'll pay you more, or I'm going to hire someone else to do it. You know, that we're going to have to manage a virtual power plant, and it's going to be crazy. But hopefully we're hoping our virtual power plants can be worth more, because the capacity is so great and the discharge capacity is so great. So for example, a Tesla inverter, do you know the size of that, Miles?
Tesla inverter?
11.4 or 7.
So the discharge of a Tesla system, it's not based on how much power you have in the tank. It's about the generator. How much can you push back at any moment? So we can push back twice as much as a Tesla inverter can.
But every inverter you can push them up to 180, almost 200%.
Yeah.
They don't do it. They save it up to like 160, I think.
What I've seen is that's typically for a minute or two. Like they have like, you know, exactly like you said, 11 will surge up to 18. I was talking to a battery manufacturer in Buffalo, New York yesterday. They're like, we can push out 20 kilowatt hours for 10 seconds. You know, it's like you'd have to, usually these are response times, it's like a 2-hour event. And how much can you push out in those 2 hours? And you're going to be compensated according to how much you get back on the grid. And that's going to be dependent on your inverter side. So we have the capacity and we have the inverter size to have twice as much virtual power plant revenue as Sunrun, for example. I don't know if you guys just saw that partnership they made for their virtual power plant with the power walls, and they're going to like they're going to like supply power to data centers virtually with batteries.
I saw that.
And plus their batteries are only 14 kilowatt hours. So if they're discharging all this power to a data center, what does the homeowner have left to use?
That's why they're doing that max roof program. So they're building 200% offsets.
Yeah, yeah, they are now, but they have
Yeah, their old system.
they have 6 years of fleets that can't really do that. But I hear you. Like moving forward, it's gonna be more competitive, but we're gonna have an edge. Mark?
Yeah. So, you've been talking about like, hey, if they have solar, we can install this battery, or we can add solar. What about people who like, oh, battery, that's cool, I want a backup. Maybe I don't want to pay for solar or something.
Perfect.
Or anything, like I don't have space on the roof, I don't want to touch it. Can we just sell this too? Because it sounds sexy too. Like, hey, you can, especially at those areas where it's like almost twice as much, you can charge it at the beginning of the day or at night, and then discharge it and sell it at 70 cents. Instead of leaving
Exactly like you said. There's a huge market of people that don't want solar at all. They don't want holes in their roof. They have a nice Spanish tile roof, and they want to save money on their power bill, and they can. They can save maybe $200, $300 a month if they're using $600 a month with a nice large battery with a big inverter. So there's a whole market of people that should go battery only, and we have an inverter built in if they ever want to add solar. You know,
So is it time for blitzes? Do we need to get this here or down to SEC?
my online leads are working so well, it's hard to justify. You should start dialing these leads. I've got 20 in the last 8 hours.
Agnew, by the way, was wrong number, but I'll try to email him.
Who?
The lead you sent me this morning, the number didn't work.
Was it a
It was
battery?
an ag lead, remember some farmer?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or maybe I sent it to you. Yeah,
No, I sent it to you, but he like filled a form on our website.
yeah, he's got a great dialogue, but like your numbers not right. I don't understand.
Maybe we can look up the company or something.
Yeah, I'll try. He has his webpage, so I was gonna make an email response.
But yeah, I mean, you should be able to double and triple down when someone's like, "Oh, is this solar?" It's like, no. It's like, I really don't need to sell you solar. Like, I'm an electrician. I have a C10 license. If you want it, I could do it. But people are totally saving money with just a battery, and I'd love to show you how it works. Do you have a countertop I can borrow? Let me jot down the numbers for you, show you what's going on. Once I'm like, yeah, it's $100 a month, the rate never goes up.
Well, you're saying no loan, but you're gonna get 70% of the people because there's no more loan.
Yeah. Because the problem the loan creates is, how much does this cost? Oh, it's $20,000. So what do they start thinking? Well, what's the interest? And what's the cost? Can I find someone to do it cheaper? I know a buddy, he's an electrician. I'll buy the battery, I'll have him do it. Plus, what's the interest? Oh, it's 8%. I think I can get 6%. So you start like throwing it into the market. They appreciate the idea, but now they're gonna see how they can get that in a different market. So if you come at them with like, oh, what do you mean? There's no loan. It's just like a monthly payment. It never goes up, it's locked in. That way you're not going in debt or anything. Now they're just looking at the value that monthly payment provides. The loan creates a lot of questions.
So why would we, it wouldn't be really easy to sell it to small commercial at first too? Because, hey, there's not a loan, you don't put anything on your roof, especially because small commercial is different, it's roofing, maybe it's a gas station too or something, anything else, right? And it's a pretty big battery, and you can add it also. Some of it is rented space for like up to 10 years, 20 years, maybe we can have something like that for
We can totally do this in commercial. It's ready to go. You can sign contracts. Kind of where we're at today, and this isn't a big deal. When Vivint was doing something like this in 2017, they would tell their sales guys, "Oh, it's taking a long time. We have to order materials. We have to get permits." But they would have investors that need like, let's say $2 million at NTP. So they want the docs written up, and they see the contracts. Then someone gives you a loan to build it, and then someone gives you a loan to build it, and then someone buys your ITC. So it's like the first step is just to start signing contracts, and I'm confident I can get it to the finish line. And I don't think that, from what I'm seeing in the market, I'll sell someone a loan if they'll buy it. But I don't think I'm going to lose any deals. I'm just going to catch deals. Like, it seems like this week we'll get 2 deals that we would have lost, and that probably is going to happen every week for sure. And we can start pushing it commercial. And I bet you the same thing on commercial. If you're like, yeah, dude, it's just going to be $500 a month.
I say I could easily charge $200 a battery, easily 250.
Right.
It's commercial.
It's the demand charge stuff goes away. This and that goes away. Yeah, it's going to be $1,000 a month. It's just the battery service charge. It's going to save you $2,000. If you guys want to add solar down the road, let's talk about it. You know, I think that it's a no-brainer, and we should be able to get faster decisions from the commercial guys versus, oh, the loan, the debt, what's our cash flow look like? Is that a priority to
Like you
us?
said, can my buddy do it? Do I get 5 bids? Like, this is way easier. Like you said, 'cause everything else is like, they feel like they're buying a car. It's a major purchase. I've got to take my time. This is not like that.
This feels like you're coming to a commercial place and like, hey, I'll take care of your trash, just pay me for it. Oh yeah, sure, take care of my trash, take care of my peak hours, you know.
Yeah, you're paying for a service. You're not buying something.
I'll take care of that, I'll cut that peak.
So they don't like own it?
No.
No, it's not an energy service agreement.
Energy, service, storage service agreement.
It's like insurance.
I will provide you the service of energy storage. I will charge you.
Which inverter, is it the same Paladin or is it different Paladin?
Yeah, around 20K.
It's like an integrated inverter. Good question though.
Is the meter caller on my backup?
There's no meter caller. I was talking to Ted about that yesterday, and it's like, he's like, put the main on a disconnect and then just back up the whole panel because you have the inverter capacity. That's something I'm gonna have to talk to like Peter about because I don't really understand it.
Like Hawaiian time?
Kind of, yeah, Hawaiian tie-in / utility pass-through, which is what What's His Bucket was really passionate about. Our old site survey yeah, Jason. He liked utility pass-through. It just has issues with the city, the AHJ depending.
Do you know much about Paladin? Like how long they've been developing that inverter itself? Like I just wonder like how, like.
There's some risk with Paladin.
What I'm saying, is it developed enough to manage those peak hours or is it just like?
He says he's got this really cool technology. Before we send him money, we should drive out there and look at it at least.
It's the one in LA.
It's saying it's Carlsbad.
It's basically
Yeah.
Orange County.
We should go down to LA and look at this thing. And we should test it out, you know. But I've been talking to Ted for 6 months. He was actually referred to me by someone 4 years ago. So I've been talking to Paladin for years. And he was also referred to me by Vic, the guy who used to drive our limos. So he's been referred to me by 2 people that I kind of trust.
No, Vic's pretty good at character. Like he knows about.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I don't think he's like set me up to get scammed. But my dad's definitely has some reservations just because like it's not an established battery. So there's some risk there in like, this is a new technology. But it's also like,
He said that's Blue Ocean, baby.
yeah, I mean,
Might be the first.
batteries getting better is a given, and being on the cutting edge of that is
I like
exciting.
50 kilowatts. I think the 12 to 8 is just, it's not enough. It doesn't do anything. He said the last 4 hours.
Yeah, really, unless, I mean, I give a lot of people 30 kilowatts. I gave Carly 60. So it depends on how much power you're using. But yeah, it's for what you want to be able to run your house off grid. This is the type of thing that's actually the technology that's going to get there. Those end-phase batteries are useless.
Yeah, 5 or 10.
I have 18 of them, and they are useless. I mean, I need to drop the amperage on my Tesla charger, and I could probably do something like that on my pool. But like, I'm smart, but you'd have to be a genius to make end-phase work. This is like you just run the whole house off this inverter. It's almost like as much as PG&E could push. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Thanks. Appreciate you guys.